So now that we've beaten the beginner races, a whole bunch of other races opened up. Once you beat beginner race, you will get Jewell Race and challenge race. And then you'll also get hero race and dark race when you have basically one hero Chao and one dark Chao. Which brings a grand total of 5 different race sets. However, some of these race sets are longer than others. For example, Jewell Race, just to show you guys. Jewell Race has, well, there's actually 6 courses. 2 of them will unlock once we actually like beat all of these once. So there's like 30 races here. However, with the other cups, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Challenge Race only has 12. And then Hero has 4, and then Dark has 4. So it's really just 30, 12, 4, 4. Very, very imbalanced. So Jewell Race will take us the longest. However, we're not going to do Jewell Race first for a reason I'll be talking about shortly. We're actually going to be doing the Challenge Race first. And I'm actually glad you brought that up, Blaylock, because I can't question the validity of this. The cheating Chao, known as Chakron, is actually back in this game. And rumors have it, if you complete all of Jewell Race before doing the Challenge Race, the races that Chakron is, he will become super powered and will cheat again. Those are the rumors. I've never seen it happen, but just to, you know, avoid superstition, I'm going to go ahead and do the Challenge Race first anyway, so we're going to go ahead and start with this. But yeah, great segue, actually, Blaylock. Very, very great segue. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the races, guys. So, Challenge Race, it only shows 8, but there are 4 more after these 8. So, we'll still be doing more after this. Basically, these are just races against, like, very specific, unique Chao. Like, this one is the strong gold and silver rivals, so all the Chao will be racing here are gold Chao and silver Chao, so let's see how this race goes. Now, during these races, because I won't have to do a lot, obviously this would be a great time for chat interaction and questions, so obviously, like, without turning it into, like, a super massive question fest where, like, there's a question every 3 seconds. But, you know, we will be able to shoot the breeze for a bit and just kind of talk during this section because there's not a lot I have to focus on. All I do is, like, press the A button if it looks like my Chao's falling behind, and in a lot of cases he won't fall behind, so this is actually a good time for that stuff, is basically what I'm saying. See, like, we have a great head start. Even if we get, like, unlucky right here, there's basically a small chance you'll get held up on this. Whenever there's, like, something that pops out of the jack-in-the-boxes, you'll get stunned for a few seconds. Which is really annoying, but my Chao is so good that I don't think that's going to cause any issues. So Chakron is SA2's Hero Brian, I take it. I don't really get the reference, but yes. I know a lot of people call Chakron, like, Jack, the Chocobo racer from Final Fantasy. A lot of people use that reference where he just, like, really, really cheats. So that's my guess. It's like the AI is programmed very unfairly. And yeah, get used to the music. We'll be hearing this song and variations of this song a lot over the next, honestly, I'd guess 2 hours. Maybe not that long, but you gotta imagine it won't, like, be short. Also, apparently, like, the races that are of this length, they also try to take in, like, certain hidden attributes of your Chao. Like, your Chao has different intelligence and luck stats, which are affected by, one, the Jack-in-the-Box is the luck stat at the very beginning, and then you have to pick, like, the right fruits to progress at that section we just passed, and that's intelligence. Although it's weird, it's not 100% intelligence, because if you get there at a certain point and there's, like, none of your, like, the correct items left, your Chao will just intentionally get the wrong item because there's nothing left. It's really, really dumb. Yeah, of course, he has an apple on his head. But man, he's killing it. Like, the rest of the Chao are at that, like, intelligence game. Like, all those chimes you hear in the background, that's them solving the intelligence game when we're already here at the finish line. See, this will be just like... Oh. I mean, there will be some races that'll be kind of challenging, like some Chao will be a little more, like, competitive than the ones we're racing against right now, but still, a lot of the races will be like this, where we'll win by a pretty large margin. So that's pretty insane. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, any subjects you want me to kind of talk about, this would be a good time to do that, because we're just going to be sitting here for a while watching these races. So yeah, perfect time for this kind of stuff. The apple has reached the tree, indeed. Okay, so here he is. Here's Chakron. We were kind of talking about this. Yeah, this is Chakron, the Chao that looks like... He doesn't really give a crap about racing, but then when he turns it on, like, he turns it on, and he turns it on hardcore. And, like, that cheater, because he was the cheating Chao in SA1, that was an intentional programming quirk, where he just gets, like, really, really unlucky, and that's the only way you can beat him, or he doesn't even start the race until the race is halfway over, then he just turns it on and wins by cheating. Like, it was intentionally programmed that way, and I've never seen it happen in this game. Like, I've never seen him turn it up like that in this game, but he is clearly better than all the other Chao that are racing right now. So he has the capabilities, but I think Bort is just too good. Bort's not gonna let a dumb little Chao win. We're the only dumb little Chao that can win. Damn, I don't remember if I took my thing back. I think I did. As far as shaking the fruit out of the tree, I don't know which stat impacts that. I want to say it's power, but I'd be lying if I said I knew for sure. I guess one thing I'll talk about, while I'm waiting for people to get in here and bring up topics of conversation. I actually ordered Pizza Hut for dinner tonight, and I'm not going to talk about the food or anything. What I do want to talk about is, when I actually called to make my order, my god, I got the most robotic sounding person like I've ever talked to on a phone when it comes to like customer service calls, or in the case of that, like ordering food. Like seriously, the girl I talked to was just so freaking robotic, and it was almost kind of scary, like how robotic she was. And it wasn't like an automated phone service or anything. It was quite literally a person who just had no emotion in their voice, and just almost like they were being fed lines from, like, a prompter or something. was really awkward, and like it sounded bad because at one point, like when I made my order, like she asked me if I wanted to drink, and like the way she phrased it was like, "Is that all you would want? Do you want a drink? Perhaps an ice cold Pepsi?" Like even that, like something that you would like picture with like some form of emotion or just a change of tone was all just the same tone. It was really weird. It was so freaking weird and like almost bordering on creepy. And then when I actually got there, like the person who gave me my food was not like that at all. The person I talked to seemed at least like a little, you know, cheery and upbeat. It was just really, really weird. Had the most robotic sounding person of all time. And like, I get it. Like, I know that, you know, that kind of work is not the most glamorous. And, you know, a lot of people who work in those places aren't exactly that thrilled to be working there. But still, like, put in a little bit of an effort, I guess. I don't know. It was just really, really creepy. So it looks like in this race we're going to be racing against Omo Chows. Look at all these Omo Chows. They look just as robotic as the lady I talked about from Pizza Hut. But anyway, as I said on Twitter, my food was okay. Nothing special. I ordered a Pizzone for like the first time in 15 years, and it was good. Not great, but good. NASCAR race was postponed, so I'm here until my podcast starts in 38 minutes. Well, you do you. I hope you enjoy your podcast whenever that starts. Pizza Hut? What is this, a Bobo stream? I'm sorry, I had Pizza Hut tonight. What more do you want, Plume? Also, hello, Plume. How would you compare the Pizzone to the normal pizza? I mean, a Pizzone is pretty much just like... It's a calzone, pretty much. And, like, it doesn't have, like, any, like, sauce inside. You have, like, dipping sauce, but you don't actually have sauce inside of it, so... Just think of it as, like... a giant pizza pocket with no sauce, except for the dipping sauce. It's alright. If you like pizza, like, you'd like it. Although I will admit, I think after having that tonight, and it only being good, not great, I probably would go for pizza, like actual pizza next time. As I said before, Blaylock, I have nothing to say about Big Brother right now. It's still very early. Ask me after, like, the third week or so. So I don't really like talking about it until, like, things actually get started. The Pop-It... You mean like the Cheesy Bites pizza? They still do that. Like, that was something that was advertised, like, on the menu when I looked it up. Like, it's still a thing. That's another thing that, like, I remember I was, like, really excited for, but then when I actually ordered it when I was younger, it was, like, really disappointing. It's like... They make things look so much better in commercials than they actually are in real life. I know that's kind of the point, to, you know, get you to go there, but still, it's always disappointing. So, it looks like we're racing against animals, not Chao now, which is kind of weird. Well, I mean, again, there is sauce, it's dipping sauce. So if anything, you get to control your sauce intake, but I do agree that it is definitely better when it's inside. Yeah, they were, like, really garlicky. It was more garlicky than cheesy, which I guess was my problem. Oh no, I fell. And see, like, I know there's a lot of people who, like... A lot of people who think they know everything about Chao. Not that I'm trying to call anybody out or anything, but, I know a lot of people say that, like, if your Chao starts to fall down a lot, it means they're tired and they need to stop racing. I don't know if there's, like, a whole lot of truth to that. I think it's more, like, confirmation bias. I think tripping is just random. I think it's just something that randomly happens, and sometimes it can happen a lot. Because, like, even, like, during, like... Whenever I've watched, like, at 180 Emblem speedrun of this game, like, they don't really take a break or anything. They just go through the whole thing. And there's some parts where the Chao will trip a lot, but then there's other parts where he doesn't trip at all. So it's hard to believe any of those people that say, oh no, you have to rest for a while. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people just say that, and they convince themselves that it's true, but it's not actually true. But, obviously, I've never looked into the code of this game, so I don't know for 100% certainty. Next we have Horrible Cockroach Chao. Blaylock, you mean the twist about, like, them, like, the evicted or banished still living in the house? It's interesting. I'd like to see how it actually plays out. It's cool, like, that they're, like, still kind of involved in the social game aspect, but... I don't know, we'll have to see how it actually plays out. It is kind of weird. Oh god, everyone's talking about working on Mario Maker 2 world records. My god, yeah. I'm definitely, like, not making fun of him or teasing him or anything. But, yesterday DT, started playing, like, friend levels in Mario Maker 2. Like, I swear, in the 6 hours he played Mario Maker 2 yesterday, he only played 4 levels because he spent, like, whenever he played a level, he's like, okay, I have to get the world record. So he got the world record in 4 courses, but then that's all he did for the 6 hours he was streaming. But I mean, hey, I mean, if that's what he wants to do, I mean, he is, like, kind of a speed gamer, I guess you could say, so more power to you if that's what you want to do when you're, you know, playing Mario Maker, but it's just, I could not do that. Like, I know I tried to get, Wolf's, Jungle Hijinks record for a while for his course, but after I realized it was, like, optimized to such an insane degree, I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I mean, some people just have the patience for it and others don't. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I'm definitely someone who doesn't. Which is probably why I've never really gone back to, like, working on the pieces or minigame island world records or just my own speedruns of those, just because, you know, it's cool that I have a fast time in those. I'm just not super serious about pushing those to, like, an insane degree. It's like a player's choice on the shelf. Yeah, definitely. Okay, the cockroach Chao are done. Man, we're not even halfway through. We're not even halfway through the challenge races yet. So next up we have Egg Chao. Okay, does anyone know how to actually, like, make a full Egg Chao? Because I know you can put, like, an eggshell on a Chao. But it's only, like, half the eggshell. It's not the whole thing. Or is this just like Chao they created just for the sole purpose of having a challenge race where you race full egg Chao? That's honestly probably what it is. I really hope this music doesn't get just super repetitive and annoying. And like, I actually like the Chao racing music. It's just hearing it non-stop for hours can be a little annoying. Yes, I hear that too. I hear the goofy noises in this music track all the time. Oh, you better not lose to an egg. Maybe Sonic was working on Billy Hatcher by this point, and they just wanted to they just wanted to make a reference to it. If so, they should have had like the Billy Hatcher theme playing, although it was probably not created at this point. Don't fall, don't fall. Thank you. Woo! Really interesting. Honestly, there is difficulty. Like it seems like it's so easy, and to an extent it is. But making recreations of games, like especially in like the Mario engine, it can be pretty tough sometimes. Like, there were a lot of problems I ran into when making my Wario Land 3 stage. Just a lot of things I didn't really consider, and a lot of things where, like, once I started making the stage, I'm like, oh wait, how do I incorporate that? It can be quite challenging. It's not as easy as just like, oh, let me just pull up a map and just, like, recreate it exactly. I mean, Wolf, you have to realize, Wolf, you've done quite a number of recreations. I'm honestly impressed with just the ones you've done so far. You've done some good work on those. So here we are. We actually got hit by the Jack-in-the-Box on this one. So I'm really curious to see how our Chao will actually make a comeback here. I think he's going to gain the most time when he gets to the final swimming section. Or right here. Never mind. We're already back in first. No. I think there's a song for each type of race. So this song will be in like all the Challenge Cup races. I think there's one for Jewell Race, there's one for Dark Races, and there's one for Hero Races. I think. I think there's a unique Jewell Race one. I think this is just the Challenge Race one. The Keyblade Graveyard, only with pipes. Have you heard about the Keyblade War? Sounds like a How to Cook Chao Cookies vlog music. Here's how you bake cookies in the oven. Nah, everyone has to suffer through this music. If I have to, you guys have to. My Chao is such a good swimmer, though. See, there you go. You have Time Ring, right? You could get some inspiration from watching other levels on stream. And then when you get it, you can, like, just kind of experiment a little bit. Plus, it's not like you have to make the level immediately, is it? I am definitely interested in your take, though. And yeah, of course, money is always an issue. Next up, we're gonna go to the pumpkin group. Spooky, scary pumpkins. It's just weird that they have, like, a skull group and then a pumpkin group. I think there's even, like, a ghost Chao group, too, so it's like... They definitely ran out of ideas after a while. Oh hey, cool, I fell immediately. Now watch as I completely get this wrong, too. Hey, I didn't. Sweet. Do any of you remember that impossibly hard level that was made in Super Mario Maker 1? I mean... You might need to be a little more specific than that. There's true difficult, fake difficult, troll difficult. My god, I get pissed off whenever I see, like, a really dumb, like, oh hey, open a door and you die level. Especially on, like, normal difficulty. It's like, come on. Get a better idea or return the game. I hate saying that. Because that's like, I don't know, it's a mean thing to say, but I'm just so tired of levels like that. You know, if you're gonna kill me like that, at least come up with a creative way to kill me. And a way where I can at least, like, you know, blame myself for my death. Especially since there's, like, actual, like, costumes and stuff. There's actual game content that are locked behind, like, clearing levels. Oh yeah, that's different. That's different because it's telling you the gimmick of the level in the title. Like, that's perfectly okay. Like, they even had a level like that in story mode, the one with the Snow Peaches. Where it's like, hey, the Snow Peach means it's disaster or death or something. Like, they made it clear that was what the gimmick was, so it's like, that's fine. Don't just, like, kill the player for no reason. Because it's funny. Pit of Panga P-Break. I don't think I've seen that one. Did I have a good 4th of July? It was alright. It was the 4th of July. I can't complain. Speaking of Jack in the Box, looks like we got one. Snacks level, TBH, is a mix of true and fake difficulty. Well, I'm probably just gonna boo that level then. Fake difficulty's not my thing. I'm sure he'll understand. Plus, it sounds like he kind of made the level as a bit anyway. Okay. Yeah, Be Afraid, the Ghost Chao group. So here they are with all the flames on their head. And like, some of these are just the Skull and Pumpkin Chao again. They really ran out of ideas for this. Wow, everybody but 2 got Jack in the Box. Then, like, someone else fell. Oh yeah, that's right, because, whenever there's a Speed Gamers Marathon, you guys, like, live at Jack in the Box. That's right. I almost forgot about that. See, oh yeah, I got a head on the wall. Or more so during the flying section, I think. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, Whataburger. That's the one that I hear associated with Speed Gamers a lot. And then, of course, Beck makes her living on eating cat food for the whole thing. Honestly, like, I think just all burger places are overhyped. Like, my favorite burger place is probably Five Guys. But even Five Guys, I think, is overhyped. The best burger I've ever had are home-cooked burgers that my mom does. Like, they're fantastic. And they beat the pants off of any fast food or just burger joint. You'd rather have the hotel burger. Stop falling! I don't think it'll matter at this point, but still, stop falling. Okay, there we go. And see, like, all these races are taking, like, 3 minutes. Maybe not every single one of them, but most of them. And Chakron is back. But again, he's not going to be cheating. Ooh, Ringer going to work at a Safeway. Maybe. I actually like Safeway. When I went to AGDQ, there was like a Safeway right across the street from my hotel. And like every morning I went there to get a Gatorade. And it was like a perfect way to begin each morning. Actually, Chakron seems pretty fast in this one. Well, thankfully he also got stopped, so it should be okay. You just saw a tweet of someone cutting the top of an ice cream tub off with the caption, "When you want ice cream but can't trust anyone." Yeah, that is pretty unsanitary. Is Chakron still following me? I think so. Oh no, don't fall! I told you couldn't fall like 5 times. Yeah, Chakron's like right behind me, so if I like keep falling, that could be a problem. Chakron's like not far behind. And yeah, this is the whole reason why I am doing the challenge races first, because people swear that if you do Jewell Races first, all of them, Chakron gets more powerful. I do not know the validity of those statements, but I do not want to take any chances. Yeah, he definitely does. It's not very much, but he definitely does that yell. That's how you can see like the stem of the apple poking through his little Chao ball. Uh-oh. I think I'm still good, but you never like seeing your Chao fall down. Okay, well the threat of Chakron has been taken care of. And we all fell down. I should make a Mario Maker level based on Lemmings levels. That'd be kind of cool. I'm really, like, happy a lot of people loved the Lemmings playthrough. That was, like, really nice to see that, because I was kind of worried that would be a very niche project, but it seemed like a lot of people really got on board with that one. So we have less competitors in this race, but we also have some, like, I think these are, like, all the special Chao, I think. Like, one's supposed to be, like, a Sonic Chao, one's supposed to be a Tails Chao. That, or they're just, like, centered around their most, like, obvious trait. Like, the red one's obviously good at power. The green one's at swimming. I'm guessing the pink one is flying. Maybe the yellow one's good at everything. I also find it weird that at the very top of the screen, like in past races, you'd see like 1 out of 8, 5 out of 8, but it just shows the number here. I don't know why they got rid of that. That just seems like a very random, like, change. The orange and yellow one on the stream, right? The vert. I have no idea what you're asking. The Chao you're seeing right now is my Chao. Like, he has wings. That's what you mean by the bird. Yeah, the one with the apple on his head and the one that has wings, that's my Chao. If that is what you're asking. Okay, one more challenge race. One more challenge race, and then we're done with the challenge races. But then we have what could be the longer Jewell Races. Oh, God. Here comes the ultimate rival. And this is just a 1-2 race, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So it's literally just me racing one person on this one. And I think he's supposed to be a Chaos Chao too. Damn it. Well, he gets a head start. I'm currently not playing Pokemon Go, but I'm sure there are people in chat who could use that information. I'm actually, like, pretty far behind right now. I think I'll make up the difference, especially when we get to the swimming section, but I really can't afford any falls. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Run, Chao, run! Get your ass to the first place position. Again, I'm not too worried though. Board's pretty good. Did he just... Okay. The opposing Chao just picked the wrong thing. And there were definitely lots of the correct thing. The ultimate rival's an idiot. I can't believe you actually picked the wrong thing there. Because, like, you can see that happen in, like, some instances if there's, like, multiple racers and there's not enough of the correct object, but you don't really see that when there's, like, 2 racers. That's really interesting. Okay, here we go. The final straightaway of the challenge races. And he fell. That's not good. I think he's still fine, but he's gonna probably fall again. Nope, we're good. And we get a TV for our trouble. And Emblem 171. 9 more to go. Thankfully, they're not all Chao racing like that one is.